Oh man, how are you guys doing out there in television land, man? Once again, welcome back to the Hotel Orloff here in scenic Willow Creek, Virginia. Beautiful Thursday night, man. January 30th, 2025. It's just supposed to start raining here in a minute, man. Yeah, how about that? Yeah, well, how about that, man? But once again, welcome to the Hotel Orloff, ladies and gentlemen. And with no further ado, let's see. I am one of us says hello. That's great. Hello. And Gotham City Comics is looking around, and that's the link to come on if you want to come on. Meyer Greenblatt says to be sung to the tune of the Wayne. Oh, yes, that's right. Because all great comic shows, the listeners write music parodies for the sing beginning. This is apparently to be sung to the tune of "The Waiting" by Tom Petty. Yeah, waiting is the smelliest shart, huh? Yeah, man. You sit here in the chat, taste each other's farts. Speaking of farts, have you seen Sticky Goose apparently quit today? Put a video up where he's quitting. Don't know how to finish or even how to start. The waiting is the smelliest shart. Yeah, that's amazing. Well, I don't even know what the hell's going on, man. I'm sick, dribbling snot everywhere. But it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. And we have someone waiting to come into the show. Who could this be? Why, it's Kevin Johnson, Gotham City Comics. Hello there.
Hey, how's it going? Can you hear me?
Pretty good. Yeah, I can hear you great.
This was my backdrop from earlier today. I had a conference call with the people that are doing the Mummy comic book.
Yeah, you've done several of these conference calls with these comic creators. What are they trying to do? Get a read on the audience and what they want to see in the book, or what is their or they talk to comic shop owners to get a feeling on what are they actually trying to do?
Well, this one I got cut short because my computer wasn't charged fully,
Oh, I know that feeling.
so it died right in the middle of it.
So they're trying to do a comic based on the Universal Mummy.
Yeah, because they done Creature, Dracula, Frankenstein, Mummy's next, and then I already know the next one, two. I already know the next two.
Oh man, are you allowed to give this information?
I'm not allowed to.
Okay, that's fine. Does is King Kong? I guess he's officially Universal. I mean, he was RKO, but I guess Universal bought all the RKO. I'm not trying to get that out of you, but
hmm
um,
You know, it was sad. I was kind of disheartened a little bit when they had the writer for Mummy, and they were asking her, what, how do you know the Mummy? This is a young girl, and she goes, the 1999 movie is how I first learned about the Mummy.
Oh wow.
okay. Well, you can't. I mean, because she's young, but did she later see the real Mummy movie?
Yeah, she did. Yeah, she said she learned more when she watched the original.
Well, if she
And
eventually saw the original and loved it, you can't fault her for her age. That's
no,
the way things are. Yeah. So, well, that's cool. So, who is
and
this
then
woman? What is her name?
I forget, but she's gonna base this one on the girl's point of view, and I think it seems like it's gonna be more kind of almost like a retelling, but from the girl's point of view.
Okay. Like what's it called? Twilight kind of thing.
Yeah, I think maybe like a more of a love story. It sounded like.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No,
That could work
no, I think it
as long
sounded
as the
like.
mummy doesn't like come out wearing a dress or something.
Oh, you never
Hey,
know.
Meyer. Sorry I didn't say hello when you popped on. How are you doing?
I'm good. How's it going? No worries.
Good. So, Kevin, you've got some new arrivals and
Look
stuff
at
to
I got a box.
unbox.
Look at this box right here. It's a. I didn't get a new toilet, but it's in a toilet box.
Oh, that's hilarious, man.
When my mailman got it, I go, "Oh, good, I got my new toilet."
It's that's pretty funny, actually. Well, is the sculptor of these masks? Is he going to come on tonight, or what's the story?
Um, his name's Eric, and I just sent him the link, and I think he's gonna come on. Hopefully,
Excellent. So we want to hold off on that until he comes on, or what?
yeah. Maybe I'll wait until because I haven't even opened this
Okay,
yet. Like
so
because the box isn't damaged. Remember that last one I got from a different from Collier?
oh yeah, well, yeah,
I
yeah.
I opened that. I cheated and opened that because I
Right.
was
Okay, when did we last do a show? Monday night. What has arrived in the store since then?
since then. Um, my favorite thing. I'll show you my favorite thing. Hold on.
These are a few of our favorite things. Let's see. What is John Goris? Comics have literally gone to shit. Yeah, you ain't kidding me, man.
Look at
Shit. Oh,
Oh
look at
yeah.
that.
my favorite thing is this little mini Stretch Armstrong.
Yeah, man.
Look at he really works.
Keep that away from Pete Butted. Never mind.
Look at this.
I won't make jokes about politics. I never owned a Stretch Armstrong back in the 70s, or I
And
don't
this.
know.
Look at this fiend.
I
Oh,
know, I know. You know,
that looks cool.
I wish they could. It's cool. I wish they would market it as the Crimson Ghost and make his outfit red. But I realize that more people know him as the Misfits Fiend. I understand that.
Look at this see-through creature. You can dissect him.
Yeah, man. I wish they had us dissect that instead of frogs back in middle school, man.
I
Yeah,
like
they had
that.
me dissect a frog, and he was all black inside. He must have been a Satan worshiping frog. I got the one frog that was a chain smoker, man. Everyone else
Who
had.
made that
That was
creature?
terrible to have to dissect a frog. What were they thinking?
This creature is Super 7. They're making all the cool stuff.
And he's called Super Cyborg.
Yeah.
We did frogs, but we also did fetal pigs, which to me was worse
Oh
than frogs.
no, 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 man! I can't take it anymore. I guess I really should be a vegetarian, but I love hamburgers and everything, bacon too much. But I can't stand the thought of, I respect farmers. I love them. I live out in farm country, but it's like I'm just imagining something being raised just to be slaughtered, and it's like, I don't know, maybe that's what's happening to us.
I got a
um
crazy collection today.
Oh,
oh,
cool. Let's see that.
tell me how crazy.
That might be a whole nother video.
Okay.
No, you got to do it now.
That I don't even have space right now.
Okay, is it comics or what is it?
Yeah. It's a hodgepodge of everything. It's like
is
all
it
time
is it
period.
stuff I'd like and Meyer would like?
There's some in there that you guys would like and there's some that you would hate.
We need to see it. John Goris, we dissected cats in middle school. What school did you go to, John? They were alive. It was kind of horrible, as though junior high wasn't bad enough. Chuck White says, hello, guys. Chuck White. I don't know Chuck White, but hello,
Maybe
Chuck
that's
White.
Eric. Maybe that's Eric watching.
Okay, could be.
What else is in here? Oh yeah, we saw these.
Hi, guys. What's going on, Paulo? I don't know. We're about to look at some comics and some masks. Come on the show, Paulo. We need some international diversity, man.
Let's look. What should we look at?
What you guys don't know, it's actually already
Oh,
2026 in
we can
Portugal.
look at some. So we can look at some dummies.
I was
Well,
going to
you
ask you about
already are. Look in the
about
mirror. I'm just kidding.
Here's one dummy I got.
Oh, I've got him. He's looking at me right over here, man. I used to have a fake cigarette in his mouth, and it fell, and I don't know where it is.
He's in good shape.
Yeah.
Mine, his
See if
jaw keeps falling open disturbingly, like
look
when
at the
they're just.
alien holds him.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, that's I forget that guy's name.
He's the friend of Charlie McCarthy, right?
No, that's not Mortimer Snerd. Mortimer Snerd is like real extremely
Oh yeah, I know Mortimer. He's right here. Look at him.
let's see, Mortimer Snerd.
There
That's
he is.
Mortimer Snerd,
Hold on, let
100%.
me show you. Let me get my hand in him. Hold on.
Oh, man.
That's what they all say. Nice dummy. John Goris, I never saw that dummy movie Magic. Yeah, that one kind of looks a little like that. I never saw it either.
How's it going?
Good, how you doing?
Good. How you guys doing today?
Did you guys ever see that movie? I think it was Michael Caine played a comic book artist and he got his hand cut off in a car accident and it comes to life. I think it's called The Hand. Has anyone ever I've never seen that.
No, I haven't seen
But
it.
apparently it was an R-rated movie that was in theaters a little bit before I was old enough to see R-rated movies. So he's doing it to my talking. Uh, but they had Barry Smith do the art, when he was drawing, it was Barry Smith doing the art. Or I should say Barry Windsor Smith. Let's see, there's another red dot. It's Paulo.
Hey,
Hello,
Paula.
Paulo.
How are you doing today?
What's up?
Not much. Man, that's
See this
pretty
box
good.
right here?
The
This
eyes.
box right here?
Yeah,
We're
it's
waiting
good.
to open this box.
Okay, John Goris, wasn't Oliver Stone involved with the hand? Wrote it, I think. I think so. I think you're right, actually.
What was the name? I know that you haven't seen it, to it, but maybe Paulo and maybe Kevin has. But there's a show called Trailer Park Boys, and one of the main
Oh, yeah.
characters, great, his name is Bubbles, and he has a ventriloquist dummy. Have you seen that, Kevin?
I didn't know that he had a ventriloquist. No, I knew
Yeah.
that he had all those cats that live in the shed
Yeah, I
out back.
don't.
So
I don't remember
later on in the seasons, he has a secondary persona that only reveals itself through a ventriloquist dummy that is like a small version of himself who releases all of his vitriol on Ricky and Julian and the other people at the park. He's like a dark side of Bubbles, and it's a ventriloquist dummy. I forget the character's name, but it's very funny. It's really it's like the best modern day ventriloquist dummy going. It's
Oh,
great. Maybe someone in the chat has seen it. His name was Mr. something. The name of the dummy, I forget it.
maybe one
Yeah, I don't
night we should
remember the
all have
ventriloquist dummy
ventriloquist
though.
dummies representing us in each square and just all be honest dummies.
I think that'd be great.
I'm too lazy to
It's
do
a
it right
natural
now, but
progression.
even though the dummies are right 15 feet away from me, I'm half sick, man. Um, okay, so those are the two dummies you got. When you said on the text message you were getting dummies, I thought you were going to get mannequins for your masks, but you're getting these kind of dummies.
Yeah, these came in a trade today.
What was your end of the trade? What did you trade out?
I traded some masks
Oh,
for these two guys right here.
what mask did you trade?
There was some up here. There was a green phantom. There was the old man wearing the Umbrella Academy mask. I was
Okay.
sad to see that. So the bear, the
I don't.
Santa, and then I traded the Mystic Seer, um, the
I
Twilight
don't.
Zone Mystic Seer. Remember that?
Oh, right, right, right.
And I got
Yeah.
these two dummies for.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
I was happy. He was happy.
all right. That's all that matters.
Have a
Uh,
good one. Yeah, this is a custom. This was like a regular dummy, but it was customized to be
Well, it
like
looks
a.
like it's very the eyes moving. That's very professional looking.
Yeah, it was done to make professional. Has this
Yeah.
bar that you hang on to in here.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I've never had a
Yeah.
dummy like this. I usually
That,
had my dummies with the string, and you just pull the string.
yeah.
But this
But
one
having the
has a,
eye movement, that's great. That's really great.
and it has neck. It has neck movement.
That's very, but yeah, that's very professional. That's good.
Looks great.
That's not the average one you'd get at Sears back in
No,
1975. Well, that's great. Um, let me think here. Um, well, today I haven't seen it yet, but Cash Patel, Tulsi Gabbard, and RFK Jr. It is second day of the hearings for their confirmation. But I did tune in for a few seconds to Tulsi Gabbard. Did you see how she was dressed?
Yeah, she looked great. She looked like
She
Superman's mom.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. It looked like Superman's mom on Krypton from the movie, from the Christopher
Yeah.
Reeve movie. It was like it's the glowing white. I'm like she's a space alien. I'm
What's
we
Tulsi
think
being appointed?
exactly alike, Meyer. You stole it from me.
What's Tulsi being appointed to?
Now they need to nominate someone that looks like Marlon Brando with a wig with a little Superman curl. Now the other thing is that that helicopter that cracked that went directly for a plane last night. Is that a were they trying to send a warning to Trump that we can get you at any time? That was really suspicious. And then the new what is this? Is it Hegspeth, the new head of the military? Is that his name?
Yeah.
At a press conference, he said it was a continuity of government exercise. I wonder if those pilots even knew that they probably remote controlled that thing right into the plane and they had no way of stopping it. That was something really suspicious. There was something going on that we'll probably never know, just like the Las Vegas shooting, but that was big time suspicious. Oh well. What was that you were saying, Paulo? I talked over you apparently.
Uh, actually, what was Tulsi being appointed to?
What is she being appointed to? She's like in charge of what is it? Help me with that. Somebody Google. She wasn't handed it. She really handed it to Senator Kelly. It's something about is it like CIA or National Security Director? Thank you, Scott. Last Frontier. Yeah. Oh my gosh, this store gets better and better every day. Yeah, but she was dressed amazingly. I've never. The only other person that's dressed as cool. Well, it wasn't cool, but that idiot that the World Economic Forum guy, Klaus Schwab. Remember, he was dressed in some space alien outfit, like a Rosicrucian or something. Some meeting. Oh
Hey,
well.
hey, Kevin, do you have you remember those? Didn't they come up with a Pee Wee Herman puppet of was it Billy Baloney? Was that the guy's
yeah,
name?
yeah. I have one
Rusty?
of him. I have him.
Rusty? Yeah.
I have him, but he's in the box. I've never taken him out.
When you never take them out of the box, they go insane, right? I saw that in Toy Story 2, or was that Toy Story 3? They turn into evil toys when they never get taken out and played with.
I'm surrounded by evil toys.
You got to take them out, man, at least once. Then
Oh,
they'll
I take them
cool
out
off.
and I let them air out and stuff like that, but then I put them away. I'm one of those kids that I have as much fun putting my toys away as I do taking them out. Like it's part of the process of taking them out and playing with them and then putting them back away into their things, into their container and back into their spot. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's part of it's part of dealing with the dust war. You know, if you're a toy collector, you're in constant battle with dust. You know, so one of the ways to keep dust off of action figures is to keep them boxed up and only pull them out, when you feel like playing with them. Otherwise, all your time is spent trying to get the dust out of these intricately sculpted action figures. And once they get dusty, the only way to get it out is to wash them, right? And so then that's a whole new process, and
Yeah.
you got to wash the dust off and stuff. Yeah, it's a hassle. So part
I
of it is
don't know.
dust.
I guess I haven't noticed the dust. I've got vintage dust from 1976 in some of my toys. I don't know. Why would I get rid of the vintage dust? Part of
Some
the
people like the dust.
patina. All right. What else you got, Kevin?
Let me think.
A new toilet. But let's see some of these comics that you got. Let's see some of the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Oh, comics that just came in.
And you told us, well, the ones from the buy, or you could show some of. You said you got Diamond in, but they're all sold out. Okay. Let's make fun of the ones that and clamored to fight over the really good ones. uh, National Intelligence Director, sorry, I got no shift on Saturday. Man, I don't know what's happening to your shop, but it's great. But it's great in a way. But well, that means I'm not going to do a day long stream Saturday. I'll be hanging out with my wife, but I might do it. Wait, what is that? I can't tell what that is. Go back to that one. Go back to
Oh shit! Sorry, guys.
clown.
Dawn Attack. Frank Frazzetta's Dawn Attack.
Yeah, I might want that if you're not keeping it. What the hell are these things? Swamp Thing, yeah.
Some of this stuff I can't even show on TV.
Well, okay. What you just did. Uh,
That was just art. That was just art. YouTube.
yeah, well, there's other people who have gotten in trouble over that.
Just art, though. Don't take it down.
Whoop, shit. So, what was the story in this by? What was it? A young guy? What was the story behind him?
He's been collecting for I think a couple decades.
Oh, okay.
He just found out about my store for the first time, so
So he's
he's
a
gonna
nice
be
guy.
he's gonna be a new customer.
Okay, so we shouldn't make fun of the books. Looks like a very well curated collection. Outstanding. Wait, what's that? We can't see the. That's. I might be interested. Are you willing to pull things out, or you wanted to
Let's
go
just do
through
it. This
it?
is just a preview. I'm not pulling anything right now.
All right, all right.
This is just a sneak. I haven't even seen this stuff.
Oh, you're seeing it for the first time. Cool.
I just did a quick flip through.
Okay.
I don't remember seeing any of this stuff when I flipped through it.
Wait, what was that? What's that one? Can we see the top? That's Harley Quinn or something. Yeah,
Yeah.
something. Yeah. Do you guys have anything to say about these books?
Not really. Some of it's readable. I mean, I would read a lot of this stuff. I would
Yeah.
try it all out. Those robins looked interesting. A lot of this stuff looks good to me. I'd try it out. You haven't gone by a book that I've read yet, except for those two Iron Man books I have.
Uh,
There was a Batman, I think, that had like a Kelly Jones cover. That's probably readable.
that's a nice cover on that one. John Gores used to have the Swamp Thing with all the tentacles. Is that a 15 center? Yeah,
Hmm.
that's good. That one's good.
That's good.
Why did this guy get rid of this stuff?
Clearing house.
Yeah, I would. I'm not, yeah, I mean most of it's. Oh, there's a good Supergirl. Well, that's probably. Oh, that's. I think I have that. That's an adventure comic, Supergirl. It's good. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's a great cover. 20 cents. I have that, but that's a good one. That's good. Jim Silky cover. Good. Okay, we're starting to get warming up here. Excellent. So
Okay.
Friar Tech's saying he's cleaning house, yet he's a future customer. Well, he might want to have, I don't know how other people think. Um, um, I've only seen maybe half a dozen, maybe 10 books I'd really want to own. You know, maybe 11. Yeah, these are getting good. These well, I don't care about that, but I'm
Yeah, I've
sure
seen
it's
good stuff too.
That's an expensive book.
the Earth X because Alex Ross.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. I have that. That's cool. Huh.
Kind of cool. I liked all of those covers.
Yeah. It's probably an exclusive.
Here comes some Swamp
There's an
Thing.
old Swamp Thing coming up.
Nice.
Yeah, I have that.
Oh,
Ooh,
there you go.
good. Yeah, 20 cent Spider Man. Ooh,
Oh,
that's
that's
a good one. I've got that, but that's
so
a
yeah.
great one.
Here's the big book, $1,000 book right here.
Is
Really?
I don't. Are you're joking or
No, I've sold this for 1,000 a few times.
Wow.
what is it? Mix? I don't know what that is. Paulo, help me.
Didn't didn't notice.
I don't know what it is.
I don't know what that is.
I'm just looking right now.
Mix?
I don't know what that is. I think you guys are kidding with me. That's $1,000 book.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, is
probably.
that the first X-23?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, well, okay. Okay. Well, I understand what that is then. Wolverine's Kid. Just an ugly book with an ugly title.
Yeah.
Well, Mix was supposed to be some sort of urban gothic take on the X-Men.
Oh, okay. God damn it. Um, amazing. So that one book will pay for the whole deal, hopefully.
Yeah. If I can sell it. Let me see if he left a message or anything.
There's I don't know if it was a hoax. There was something on Facebook last night about Henry Cavill playing Wolverine in a World War Hulk movie. Is that bullshit or is that true?
I don't know. I
Yeah, it
haven't read
makes a
about
lot
it.
of get someone that's like 6'6" to play Wolverine, but it's all right. I don't know. Well,
I'll put this in the case real quick. Hold on.
oh, the Knicks. Did you know that was in there? Is that why you bought it? The whole
That was
thing?
the one I saw. Yeah, that was the one I saw.
That Batman with Ra's al Ghul, isn't that a couple $100 book, or is that just like a $75 book?
Not
I
sure.
hadn't
That
read.
one is in rougher shape,
Oh, the condition. Okay.
but maybe it is.
I
It is worth.
I mean, I probably paid $15, maybe 10, maybe not even that, but that was in the probably late 70s. But I think that's a pretty sought after book. What else was big in there? There's a lot of stuff that means something to me, but well, that 20-cent Spider-Man, that's probably a maybe a 30 something dollar book, maybe. I don't know. This water tastes terrible, man. But it's purified.
Working on these Kirby dots, trying to make like Jack Kirby energy dots.
What are you talking about? Oh, in your picture. I'm sorry. Let me get in big in you. Oh yeah, man. I saw that on where did I see that? Instagram? That's great. Let me get rid of this let me get rid of this piggly wiggly thing because I can't even see you. It's only funny when we don't normally don't have this many people on, so man, you look like a druid tonight.
Yeah, I have my hood up.
You're gonna think we're a bunch of Satan worshipers. Ah. Oh, you're drawing, huh?
Yeah, I'm just drawing. You can take it
Okay,
offhand.
Kevin is represented by a picture of a toilet. What's been up, Paulo? What's been up lately, Paulo?
Uh, Not much. I think I'm gonna have to write some stuff over the next week. Still looking for a job. Uh, I sent some CVs to for some positions in sales, but because
Yeah.
I'm tired of not getting anything in marketing jobs.
How is everything being handled in the news about the United States and Portugal?
Nothing. I believe they don't understand we exist yet. Although our president said that he's having a meeting over is going to be in a meeting with Trump over NATO because we control 25% of the North Atlantic. So it's impossible to defend the North Atlantic without us.
Okay.
How would you guys feel about selling NATO to us for $1?
I have no idea. I'm sure that Trump would like to get out of NATO.
Yeah,
Well, I
but
think
the military industrial complex does not.
yeah, they don't want him in the war in Ukraine, so they're wanting to send 100,000 or 10,000. I forget the number. Peace,
Yeah.
maybe it was 10,000 peacekeepers to from the European Union, not officially from NATO, into the Ukraine, and that's a no go for Russia. So they're trying to. Okay, let's see what we got.
Also, the chairman of the European Commission is going to block any potential talks for peace in the Ukraine without the involvement of the European Union, for the simple fact that we are going to be the ones who pay to rebuild it, and since we are going to pay to rebuild it, making the Ukraine join the European Union, we want to know that the territory is kept intact because it's considered an investment by us.
Last Frontier says we will pay Portugal to take NATO. What is that comic? What's it called? Is that Dirty Pair? Okay, but they're drawn American style. John Goras, I've been wanting to get up on top of a ladder and do some drip effects. That's a pretty nicely drawn cover.
Adam Hughes.
Was it
probably
that? I was about to guess it was Adam Hughes. Okay. Sure, the interior is shitty, but okay. Captain America against drugs. That's one you don't see very often.
Oh, I remember that cover. That I have the Brazilian edition. That thing was great.
The drugs one?
Not the one with Hawkeye, where they exchange weapons.
Oh! I guess they did. I didn't even notice that. That's a good one. I have that one. I'm pretty sure I have that one. Was that first Bishop? I don't know.
No.
Do you poo? What? First Harrison Ford is Hulk.
Moon Knight.
Let me draw on that. He's purging some real shit.
No, that's the Danny O'Neill run where Tony Stark spends half of the run drunk. It's pretty good.
Well, I mean, I have those. A lot of this stuff's okay. I don't think it's shit. It's some good stuff.
Well, I was talking about the Superman death stuff, the shields.
Oh, I still like that stuff too. To be honest, I've reread it recently, and I don't mind it. By comparison to what's happening nowadays, it's pretty good.
Yeah,
actually.
you're probably right. I just remember just having that distaste at the time. Yeah, maybe I should need to be more open-minded. Oh, a Kill Raven. That's good. I think I have all the Kill Ravens.
I'm still missing some. It's such a long run that I don't. Yeah, I'm still probably missing half of them.
It probably went a couple? No, it went more than a couple of years.
Yeah, well, I think it went from like the early issues, like maybe like I don't know, when did it start? Like 18 or something?
I
All the
would
way into
say
the 30s.
73, 1973 to maybe 76 or 77, maybe.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, yeah, probably 3 or 4 years. And it was bi-monthly a lot of that time too, maybe, right?
Beats me.
Yeah, well, neither Neil Adams nor P. Craig Russell could do a monthly, I think.
Yeah, that makes sense. There's a lot of fun stuff in here, really. A lot of the stuff that I've never read, at least the colors or the covers are cool.
Yeah.
I don't know what the inside's like, but the covers look cool.
Oh, that one was what is that? The second Deadpool or the third Deadpool? That one?
Something like that.
Yeah.
That is it.
Okay.
Yeah, well, there was some good stuff in there.
Yeah, there's some good stuff mixed in there.
Yeah, I remember there was a Captain America there where the Serpent Society killed MODOK, and I remember that during their first appearances, the Serpent Society were pretty badass. I think they were pretty dangerous as a villain team because they were the first incorporated team. They had a health plan for the members and everything.
Complete toilet kit. Ooh, a red dot just appeared.
Oh, cool.
Oh, it's Imsh. It's Imsh. Hey, Imsh. What's up?
Hey, what's up?
How you doing? Can you turn your camera sideways?
Was that Ghoulies 2? Is that the name of that? Was that little creature that's like a ripoff of the Gremlins or something that comes out of the toilet? Is it Ghoulies?
I think so.
Like a puppet that comes out of the toilet.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember. I think it was called Ghoulies. I never saw the movie, but I remember the poster very vividly.
What's happening, Amps? Good to see you, man.
This water tastes like it has perfume in it, man. Ugh. Well,
Should we wait a little bit, or should we just open it?
well, I mean, you contacted the sculptor and told him and gave him the link.
Yeah, he's got the link.
Okay, well, I don't know. What do you guys think? Should we give him 5? Do you have anything else to show for kill about 5 minutes, and then I'd say maybe he's tuned in and maybe he didn't like it, or maybe he just doesn't want to come on a show.
Yeah, or we can do maybe 5 minutes ventriloquist show.
Why don't we check in with Amps and get a rundown
Yeah,
on
Imps,
what's
what's been
happening
up,
out
Imps?
there?
Thank you. What have you been up to?
Hey, dudes. What's up?
Not
Hey,
much.
what's
We
up?
missed you. John Gora says, "What's that Demi Moore horror movie? What came out last year was all the rage. Didn't see it, but in some of the promos, they directly reference the Vampirella costume and positioning. I have no idea. Is that
I
the
don't know.
movie where she was nominated for Academy Award? Yeah, I don't know anything about that. That's interesting. You got anything new, Imps?
Uh, I've got 4 things to show you.
Cool.
Trying to get my phone
Looks
propped
like
up here.
it's cold
Hold on.
there.
It is.
He hasn't read the message yet, so he hasn't gotten the link yet.
Oh, well, that's funny how that works. Do you wanna try calling him, getting off and calling him on your phone and coming back, or?
I just messaged him again, so I don't know if he's gonna. Hopefully, he sees it.
John Goris says, yeah, it's called The Substance. My wife's been wanting to see The Substance. She keeps
Yeah, I
talking
haven't
about
seen
it.
it yet either. The kids told me to watch it. I haven't watched it yet.
So I'm sure
Oh, okay.
all you guys have a copy of this, right?
Great.
Cat in number 1.
I don't have that.
I
I
I
don't have an issue.
I don't
I
have
have
that. No.
I have an art cover that reprints all the strips.
That's great.
It's very thick.
Number 2.
Yeah, I've never seen these. I mean, I've got some Canon stuff, but not in this format.
Number 3.
Did you get this all in one? Looks like one lot.
Yeah. I got these. I don't know if you guys can hear me, but I got these from the Joe Koch warehouse in Brooklyn in the I guess the early '90s, like '93 ish.
Is
I
that
think.
that giant warehouse that's upstairs that they say is going to close down?
Yes. Yes.
I've seen some people go in there on YouTube.
It's a total shithole. It's in like you said, it's in a warehouse. As soon as you walk in the place and you start going up the steps to get to the I guess it's probably the 3rd floor. It smells like cat piss and dead people. But once you get into the warehouse and see what what kind of stuff the guy has, it's unbelievable. I mean, not so much anymore because he's closing down and selling and I guess going out of business or whatever. But back in the '90s and stuff, man, God, you could get anything you wanted there, anything. I mean, like Hulk. I think I was going through his boxes, his short boxes or his long boxes, and I came across a couple of really nice copies of the Incredible Hulk number 180 and number 181. that he had for like $25 back then. And, you name it, he had it. If you wanted, if you were into like witchcraft and shit, and you wanted man, myth, and magic, he had every fucking issue. If you wanted something like Anomaly, the first 2 or 3 issues, easily found. Famous monsters, creepy, eerie, Vampirella, Blazing Combat. He had everything. And now, not so much, but.
John Goris is asking if Cannon was in the 70s. I think it was late 60s, or is he right? Is it early 70s?
I want to say, let's see.
It might be right around 69, I'm thinking, but I could be wrong.
I'm going to pop one open now and see what the copyright
John
is.
Goris says, dead people and cat piss guard the treasures.
Canon was published in the 60s and 70s in an army newspaper, which Wood was doing
Yes.
That's why there's all the nudity, because the army newspaper didn't have that type of censorship.
It can't have been the Army Times, because that's a pretty conservative. That's like what my dad would read. I doubt it would have that. Must be, I don't know.
Yeah, I actually don't know that by heart. I'd have to go get the book and check, because it's in the preamble.
I remember seeing those Will Eisner preventive maintenance little comics when I went to work with my dad back in the 70s, though.
Stars and Stripes.
1969.
Stars and Stripes had daily strips, and it's possible that Cannon was in Stars and Stripes.
Okay, Stars and Stripes is Army Times is more straight, right?
Yeah. So here's how I would describe it. Army Times is like the New York Times, and Stars and Stripes is like the Star, or like the New York Post.
Okay.
Yeah, or like USA Today. Similar to USA Today, it's like a lot of it's like a short, not in-depth news stories daily, but then a big sports page, a big comic section, a lot of ads. It's light reading by comparison to the to the Army Times, which is heavier reading.
Yeah, I forgot about Stars and Stripes. Yeah. Yeah, my dad was an Army Times reader. Yeah.
And then, you guys have any copies of that military vehicle maintenance and weapon maintenance magazine called PS Magazine?
That's what I was talking about. Do you?
Yeah. I don't have any, but I remember seeing them in the motor pool all the time and not giving a crap about them, even ones that had Will Eisner art in them, and nobody cared. But there was an entire bookshelf of back issues in our old motor pool. Like the motor sergeants had saved them for years.
Yeah. I think my dad made it clear that I wasn't taken off with those when I was in his office. Or I don't know, that those were not for me taken for my collection. Yeah, I don't know. No, I don't know if I have any. I think I've got some Will Eisner stuff, but that it might have been done for the military, but not those particular magazines. No.
Do you have any of the Warren spirits?
Oh, I have all the Warren spirits. Some of them multiple copies, because I bought a big lot at one point. I prefer the Warren spirit to when Kitchen Sink took over.
Yeah,
even though Will Eisner preferred those other. He didn't really like what Warren was doing, adding all the shading, the Richard Corbin shading, and I thought it was wonderful. But he wanted his pure original art to be represented.
I like it all. I like that they continued the numbering when they did that.
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah. I like
but
it all.
There's something about
like from Warren all the way up to Kitchen Sink.
But the thing about the Warren presentation is you had all the cool ads in the back, because it was like a Warren, it was just I don't know. The kitchen sink didn't have that, but I don't know. Yeah, it was always great. Uh, my wife is laughing about the toilet box. She even has emojis about it. John Goris, I can't tell from scale. Is that a real car back there or just a really large model? It's a real car. Do you want to show it? Imsh. He's wondering if that's a real car.
You talking to me?
Yeah, yeah. John Goris in the chat was like, I can't tell if that's a real car or a model.
Oh, that
Yeah.
that's real. Hold on, I'm trying to get it here.
Hey, let's give it like 5 more minutes, and then I'll just unbox it.
Yeah, okay. What's the guy's name again?
His name's Eric.
Eric. And what does he have the name of his company or does he just go by his name?
Hold on. I'll give you his company. Hold on.
John Goris says beautiful ride. John, what are you working
Thank
on
you.
now, animations wise? Are you starting anything new or is it a surprise? I'm gonna try to work on Myers Batman cover this. Oh, Kevin, are you still there?
I can hear you. Yes.
The Batman that John Goris is doing, that facsimile, is that coming out next week or 2 weeks from now?
Probably 2 weeks, but not next week.
2 weeks, okay. Let me tell you something that comic books, we've talked about this before. I think Paulo said it. If they could just get themselves into a book this size, a hardcover, the, you guys don't realize how big this Dogman phenomenon is. This Dave Pilkey or whatever that used to do Captain Underpants. This guy cranks out. I mean, kids are still loving comics. It's just they don't know about these floppy. The idiots call them floppies because they've never been in a comic store and they wouldn't be able to access. There's no entry point to these soap operas that have been going on 60 years and they're terribly drawn and shitty. But if some these comic these Dogman books are huge, and there's a movie coming out probably in a few hours based on them, and so if they could just somehow get it in the right format and get it into elementary school libraries or middle school libraries, that's the only real hope, I think. Isn't that a conversation we had before, or am I delusional?
Yeah, the thing I I think that the insistence in selling monthly comics in the comic book store for veteran readers is a dead end. Any
Yeah.
new reader will not be interested in any way, shape, or form to come back next month for another installment. You have to give
Yeah.
them a complete story. So it has to be a graphic novel. And these Marvel and DC have made some half-assed attempts at doing that, but they're half-assed attempts, so they're not really going anywhere, and they're not getting any traction.
My wife wants to know what brand of cigarettes you smoke. she's she's
Marlboro Lights.
oh, okay.
And here's the thing for you guys. So, in my personal opinion, obviously it's my personal opinion, if Rembrandt van Rijn were alive in the 20th century, he would have done comics.
Rembrandt.
He would have been a total comic book guy if he were alive in the 20th century. Absolutely. What do you think about that?
Yes, I can see it.
Have you guys been to the Rijksmuseum in Amsterdam?
No,
No, Paulo, have you?
no. Never had time. The few times I've been to the Netherlands, it was pop in, do the job, come back.
He's an
So,
international assassin, and
so
You're not. Now that you said that, I have to kill you.
the Portuguese mafia. Do they have such a thing? The
Yes,
Portuguese.
it's called the Portuguese Parliament. You have to join a political party.
Just don't fly
Uh,
any helicopters into our planes, man. I don't know, man. What can we? Let's talk about things that aren't political. Um,
I watched a good movie last night.
what's that?
It was called The Mad Room. The Mad Room, starring Stella Stevens and Shelley Winters from about, I can't remember the year, maybe 67. This is an outstanding film. I highly recommend it. The Mad Room. Yeah,
Is it about a mental institution?
partially. So it's one of those late 60s psychological suspense horror movies with Shelley Winters where she's really unlikable, right? And so you're
Yeah.
really hoping and waiting for her to get murdered. So it's about some kids, some young children that are suspected of murdering their parents when they're 4 years old and 6 years old, and then they get institutionalized until they're 18 and 16, at which time their older sister gets custody of them. And their older sister is portrayed by Stella Stevens. She is the personal assistant for Shelley Winters, who is like this millionaire woman, like a millionaire. She has a giant mansion and a huge estate. And that's the story is that Stella Stevens is beautiful in this movie. She has to lie to her boss, Shelley Winters, and not reveal that her younger brother and sister who've come to live with them, they're on the rich estate, are being released from a mental institution for having murdered their parents when they were 16. And
How
that's it.
how do
Great.
you see this film?
It's on Tubi. I watched it on Tubi
Tubi,
last night.
okay. My wife wanted to hear about Rembrandt. Why? I guess she wants to know about the comic. Oh, Imsh doesn't seem to be there anymore, or is he?
no, it just disappeared.
Man, I didn't even notice it. I hope I. Let me make sure I didn't knock him off. No, I guess not. Last Frontier asked if she was ever likable. Well, Shelley Winters
Yeah, not
was
really.
she was pretty when she was young. She was like one of Errol Flynn's girlfriends, but she kind of hit the wall there a little bit. She was a great actress, rough on the eyes, but I've never seen her give a bad performance. She wasn't
John
rough
is
on the eyes when
correct.
she was young, man.
John is correct. She's great in this movie, The Mad Room. She's like she was in those. There was other movies too, like Alice, Sweet Alice. She wasn't in that one. What was it? Who Blew Auntie Roo or something like that? And
Who
or
blew
what was
it?
the other? Whatever happened to
She
Baby
who
Jean?
flew?
She made a
Yeah,
bunch of these movies. She was
yeah.
kind of
She
like
was.
June Crawford a little
Wasn't
bit.
she like Bloody Mama or something?
Yeah, there you go. She was
Yeah,
like Bloody Mama
it
or
was like
something.
Ma Barker.
She was good. I liked her in Poseidon Adventure. Remember when
Yeah,
she had her
she
swimming medal?
she was beautiful as a young lady. Her voice is what's always been a little rough. It's kind of a New York thing. No offense to New Yorkers. Okay, so we're this is gonna be the greatest toilet ever here. I liked her in Delta Force.
Yeah, was she in Delta Force?
I
That'd be
don't know.
great if
Wasn't
she
that a
was.
Chuck Norris
But it's even
movie?
funnier that she isn't. But I
Jeez.
like everyone in Delta Force, actually. That was a great movie.
When are they going to bring Chuck Norris into Trump's cabinet, man?
I don't know. I just heard what was he? There was a big long like infomercial about him, I think, on Dave Rubin this morning that I was like working when it was on in the background, so I couldn't like skip through it. But I was like, I come from the back of the house and Dave Rubin's talking about what great shape Chuck Norris is because he's been eating this supplement that
Oh,
is giving
he
him
has
brain.
that script. He does it. He sponsors. Oh, look,
Whoa.
I'll hold that thought. Chuck Norris buys has. Oh, look at that.
Wow, it's kind of got a he's got a Fetterman thing going on. Looks a little bit like John Fetterman.
Fetterman's getting better, man, because now he can talk.
The voice of reason.
He can talk without all the weirdness. It's like he's cured, getting better, and that happens sometimes with people that have had strokes. They recover because I hear him, and he's not stammering, and he's speaking clearly, and he is the voice of reason too. This is
Yes,
supposed to be
possible
a
that the left side of the actual left side of his brain, the leftist side of his brain, actually like it's permanently paralyzed. So now like the right is taken over, and he's been red pilled by his endocrine system.
and it grew 3 sizes that day. Let's see. Looks like the moldy mausoleum zombie from Thriller. Is that what he's supposed to be?
Yep, he is from Thriller. It's
Oh, wow.
Rick Baker. This is Rick Baker.
Oh, okay. Oh. How about that, man?
Like he's got a big jawbreaker on the one side over there, is what it kind of looks like.
He's got a beard. I just realized that.
Dang, good eye. John Gorst knew exactly what this was from.
Man, I haven't seen Thriller since probably the 80s.
1985. You probably last time you saw it, huh?
Well, it was on MTV. Like they had it on MTV like every 15 or 30 minutes there when it first came out. It was like a big deal. And I was really into, John Landis and Rick Baker, and I was so,
It was
The
the
only
first
thing
time I
about it,
ever. I was super young. I was 5 years old, 6 years old.
oh shit, I was in
So
I
it
was
was the
I
first
just
time
I
I had
was
ever seen Vincent Price.
yeah.
Mhm.
Well, I love that, but I don't want it. I resent that becoming the number one Halloween song over Monster Mash. I don't accept that. Monster Mash should always be the number one Halloween song. It's just my opinion.
This is why I don't like to look in the bathroom mirror in the morning before, when I'm brushing my teeth anymore, because this looks a lot like what I see when I first get up in the morning. I just go right to the toothbrush. I don't look up at the mirror or anything because I'm like shocked by my 60-year-old self. This is it. It's
Well,
pretty
yeah.
the degradation. It's the velocity. It's picking up a lot of speed these days.
Chad Gross was 11. He was totally freaked by it. My goodness.
What I remember is they only played it at night too.
Well, that could have been. Yeah, it could have been. Yeah. But it was on at regular intervals.
But then they shortened it. Remember, because it's really long. Like then they
Wasn't it
made
like
shortened
15
version.
minutes? I remember when I'm talking about when it was a 15-minute long thing,
Yeah,
it was on at regular intervals. Yeah. Can you just watch the whole 15-minute thing on YouTube now?
I doubt it. That thing. If you play any part of that song, it gets pulled. I think you get a copyright claim right away.
Well, then how do people see it?
Unless he has his own. Maybe he has his own channel on there. I don't know.
Man, I would have thought it would just be available.
Which he probably is. I don't know how people get around it, but it probably is on there.
No, I mean, I figure it was put up by the record company.
Oh yeah, if it's by the record company, then it's on there. Yeah.
Yeah. Vivo owns it. Vivo. Really? Is Vivo what we were watching the Moon Monster? No, that was Vimeo. I think, or was it?
All right. What do you
Well,
think? What do you think this is?
I can't answer because you told me. You guys can
What are you
guess.
doing? Yeah, that's fine.
So you got a what? What do you? Oh, Kevin, you're busy. Kevin, when will you know? When will you be able to partial out that collection?
I'm gonna get to it. Well, my price gun should be here tomorrow, and my stickers for my price gun will be here Saturday, I think. So hopefully maybe I'll take them home, get
You
everything
want to
priced.
you want to price them all before you have us attack them.
Yeah, it makes it easier.
Yeah.
I got another box just came in.
What? Just
We can
now?
unbox. Yeah, we can unbox something else after this.
Oh shit.
All right. Any
Oh,
guesses? Let's
John
look at it
Goris.
now.
John Goris says it's a Betty Boop bad thing I can't say because of the family program.
All right. Here's another guess, or a hint. I mean, I guess.
Yeah, is that Curse of the Demon?
Got it. You got it just by
Yeah,
the
we have
mouth.
a very educated
Yeah, I got
group
it
of
from the
people.
bottom mouth and the hair.
The nose would have been a
Oh,
dead giveaway.
oh,
Yeah.
beautiful.
Oh,
Oh boy.
that's great. Of course, you don't really think of the color of it because you saw it in a black and white movie.
Uh-huh.
Uh,
Well, this artist Eric, he's done it in all different colors. If you go on his Instagram,
Wow.
you can look at him in all different colors.
is
Hold
this
on,
a
I need.
super expensive, probably super expensive thing, right?
They're pricey, but it's not any more pricey than any of the other stuff I've been getting.
Is that a mask you could actually put on and wear while you're working in the
This
store?
I had him foam fill it.
Oh, it's foam filled. Okay.
Look, he's even got foam over his, so his horns didn't break.
Gosh.
Get this. Get him combed up.
We got a pretty good, consistent 22 people watching tonight. That's good. Usually it's 12. I
All
guess
right.
that's not doing a show for a few days, but more people are interested. Oh, look at that, man.
Wow.
We need to get Trump to nominate this guy for something. What department would he be good to head over?
Alien encounters.
I think put him in charge of the IRS, and then he'll disband the IRS. Now on the Famous Monsters cover, I think they paint him. Do they paint him red? I can't remember, man. Of course,
I seen him do a red version. I think a green version,
yeah.
black. This one's like
Now,
brown.
the original British version of this movie, correct me if I'm wrong, you don't see the demon's head, correct? That was
So
added for the American Curse of the Demon because they
yeah,
figured the American audiences needed
they,
to see a monster at the end.
yeah. The original uh, director, whatever, he didn't want you to see him.
And I think people, I've seen both, but my memory's bad. I think a lot of people consider the British version better, correct? I don't know.
I don't
No,
know. I think you're talking about Jean Tourneau, I think is the name of that director.
John wants to know if you have any They Live masks in your store.
Mm, no, but I think this guy makes one. Look him up on Instagram. I think he makes a They Live mask,
Huh.
if I'm not mistaken.
Where's he based out of? He's in
Uh,
California.
yeah, this box was shipped from California.
Like, what part of California is the name of that?
Uh, I'm not sure.
Weren't you telling me it was like Cucamonga or something?
Yeah, I don't know where that is.
Meyer would probably know. My
Oh,
wife says I love that movie. Took me forever to watch it. It's not even been a year since I finally watched it.
is it
Oh, They
Rancho
Live.
Cucamonga?
Yeah, but I don't think Cleo, or sorry, Greta, you haven't seen Curse of the Demon, have you? I think I need to show you that. I could be wrong. I think I've asked her about it. He's very well manicured there. John Goris, it's kind of a flawed movie. The producers insisted on there being a monster clearly visible to sell it, Godzilla being big at the time. Yeah, well, I can see the point of that. People want to see a monster. But then using your imagination is, you know, she says she's not. You'd be sure if you saw it. We got to watch it. I've got it downstairs. Lubati Designs Unlimited. Um,
Yeah,
hey,
check them out
Paula,
on
what do you
Instagram.
know of? Do you know anything about this car company that David Wilcock is invested in?
W- What's the name?
Oh man, he was talking. He told the name of the company on his show on Sunday. Let me let me go figure it out. Hold on. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to get the show going on the other TV here, and I can't. I tried googling it. It
Oh, the
didn't.
hover car. No, the hover car is impossible. There's no.
Well,
No, it really
yeah,
is impossible. There's no way one works.
I agree with you on that. I know that. I know he's trying to do a hover car, but his company has designed a regular car also. That obviously you don't want hover cars on New Year's Eve, man, because they'd be crashing in through your roof. But uh, no, he showed some car prototype car on Sunday. He usually goes live on Sunday, and
Look, it
I'll,
came with
I'll,
a free hemorrhoid cushion.
oh wow, man. Um, yeah, but he was showing a real actual car. Curse of the Demon is cool, but Cat People and I Walk with a Zombie were cooler ultimately, says John Gores.
So I'm gonna put
Jeez.
this in the thriller section.
Oh, okay. Well, he went to a commercial. Shit. Um, oh my gosh.
Hey, I just got the new Batmobile in the mail.
Oh, the
That
corgi.
corgi one.
Yeah.
Okay, it's apparently a company called Stavati.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put this guy up where that monkey is.
Oh, Stavati Aerospace. And they claim they're going to be making stuff for the Department of Defense, like airplanes and stuff that will put out fires and stuff. Skip Savage. I haven't heard that name in a while. I believe that mask that is from that movie is how the moon monster came about, maybe. Yeah, I think you're right.
You want to
Yeah,
compare them?
yeah, I think the moon monster drawing, because that's all it really was a drawing for a poster and then an ad in a comic book for this poster, was probably based on that famous monsters cover of the Curse of the Demon. That's very likely. Didn't Michael Jackson catch lots of grief, says John Gores, for Thriller being a Jehovah's Witness and all? Oh man, it's like a family reunion. Can you have them make out? Can you make them French kiss? I know they don't do Halloween. Trippy how he and Prince were Jehovah's Witnesses. That's true.
Look at those eyes.
Yeah, those are good. Do they all come with eyes, or did he do those special for you when he foam filled it?
No, they all come with.
So
They all come with.
where do you, as a, if you were wearing the mask, would you look through the nostrils? Yeah, it looks like it.
You couldn't wear this. It's foam filled.
No, I meant if it was a non-foam filled mask, does the mask wearer look out through the nostrils?
I don't know where he would cut it. He would have to cut it somewhere.
Oh, okay. Incredible. So these are made custom. He doesn't mass
Yeah,
produce these.
it takes a couple months for him to make them.
How many do you think exist of that Curse of the Demon Have you ever asked him? Like, are they numbered or?
This one's not numbered, but or I didn't see it anyway.
So there could be less than 10 in existence on the planet from that mold.
Yeah, I don't know. I could ask him.
That
That
would
would
be
have
an
been a
interesting
question.
question to know, just so
Yeah.
you'd be able to say that.
All right. I don't know what's in these boxes. See if there's anything good in these two boxes.
Shouldn't you be getting next week's Marvels tonight? Don't you normally get stuff for next week on Thursday? 'Cause isn't that when Chip Creep comes on and everything last few weeks?
Maybe tomorrow. I might have it tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. Well, I can't do a live stream on Friday, too. I gotta spend some time with my wife. Uh, but I could probably do a live stream for a little bit for maybe a couple hours on Saturday. I can't do a marathon one where I
That was
walk
just
the dog and everything.
comic book bags were in one of these boxes.
Yeah.
That wasn't exciting.
Well, let's. Where do you get your comic bags from? What company?
Well, I just needed a pack of the weird size, 9 by 14. I needed, and I only needed a few, so I just got them on eBay.
9 by 14 fits what?
Um, a, a slabbed book,
Oh, okay. Well,
and this is my
i-
the other box I got. I didn't
is
think this got a new
is
price gun.
Amazon a good place to get bags and boards? Because
No,
they
they're
can't.
expensive.
Oh, are
It's
they?
cheaper just to go to BCW, and I can
Oh,
give you a use code foam finger, and you get like 10% off. That's what I always do. Got a
okay.
new price gun. My other one broke,
Oh, okay.
but they don't come with the labels, so I have to wait. I bought the labels from a different company.
Okay. You can just write the price on the comic with a marker.
I can run it on the back of the board or something.
I'm just being a jerk. They used to do that.
Yeah.
I'm not John Goris. I'm not invested in it. I am curious though. You think Gunn Superman is a bomb or the bomb BOYs? Um, I think it will be a good movie. I I like the cast. I think James Gunn is a good filmmaker. I don't really like his past on Twitter. As long as he doesn't have close-ups of male genitalia occasionally for laughs, I think it'll. I mean, I think it's in good hands. I don't like the Guy Gardner Green Lantern, but I don't know. I've never really read those comics, so I'll see. See how it goes. Um, But I am invested in it because that's that means a lot to me. Superman. I want it to be good. But if he's going to have the Silver Age elements, crypto and robots and stuff, and giant giant dragon dinosaur kind of creatures attacking, then it's gonna be great. Hopefully. Okay, was there another box, or I'm getting confused?
I opened them. It was a price gun and a
Oh,
bag and bags.
oh, okay. That's a little anticlimactic.
Yeah, it was bad. It was. I thought it was gonna be something cooler. Let's see if he fits. Oh, it's perfect. No, it's not perfect.
Have you heard of that company, Paulo? What was it, Stavati?
Stavati, no, but I don't really pay that much attention to aerospace engineering. So
But they're making just regular cars for the
no,
highway.
they're not. No, they're not. They've never built a car.
Well, they have a prototype. It's what they're supposed to be doing. I mean,
It's impossible to start a company off the ground nowadays unless the new brand is part of already established corporation.
do you think that's just a scam?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that looks pretty real.
It feels real. It's a perfect replica. It's heavy. The flames go in and out just like the original in the back,
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it feels just like an original one right out of the package.
There's the
Perfect.
blade that shoots out in the front.
Yep.
To get rid of pedestrians that get in the way,
Yep.
cut them in half.
It comes with all the rockets that fire out the back, just like it did when we were kids. All of these got sucked up by my mom's vacuum within like a week's
Yeah,
time.
I don't remember those. I don't even remember. I guess they're red, huh?
Yeah, they come right out of there. Pretty nice. Feels great. The packaging is neat too. Look at the packaging. Authentic.
Yeah, I don't remember the packaging. That's for sure. I mean, I got mine about 1970. Well, it might have looked a little like that, except mine, like I think yours, I had the bat boat with it.
Yeah, it came in a different, like a 2-pack package. So they're remaking the bat boat right now, and it's supposed to come out in August.
Yeah. Anything I help you with?
Just looking.
And it got here much quicker than it supposedly was. It said that since it was coming from England, it was going to be here on the 7th of February. And so it's here 8 days quicker than they said.
Oh, okay.
So it took about 2 weeks to get here from England. And I think it was supposed to take 3 weeks or a month or something.
Has that company just continued going nonstop since back then, or has someone restarted it?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure whether they stopped at one point and restarted, but right now they're gangbusters. They've got, a YouTube channel, Instagram. They're not just remaking these novelty type cars, that they've been making stuff for a couple years. Like a couple years ago, they remade the Yellow Submarine car. They remade the Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. They remade the Monkey Mobile, the DB5, Goldfinger James Bond car. But now, in addition to making all those famous novelty type cars, and then other stuff, projects moving forward to remake old ones that people love, like Green Hornet, other stuff, obscure stuff. They're also making the regular line. So in that same scale, they're coming out with all these 50s and 60s style cars in the original design, color, and everything. They're really nice.
Oh,
Yeah. So you can buy like a car like the one that Emsh has in his garage, made by Corgi, if they made that car back in the 60s.
so they still have all the molds or whatever they
Yeah,
work
they're
from.
they're producing them in the same way with the original numbers on them in the boxes. So this is an expensive hobby to get into, and a huge part of this hobby is restoration, because if you're able to find these old cars, then you're dealing with paint wear and play wear and problems over the years. So a lot of times you're restoring stuff and it's never going to be like it was originally. But now Corgi has all the original molds and they're remaking stuff that they've lost. Yeah, partially in the UK and partially in China. So I think this is put together in China, but it's some of the parts and the design is done in England. But yeah, so now you can buy these new cars that are exact replicas of the old cars, and you can have a display that looks like it would have been if you were, 15 collecting this stuff in the 60s, which is probably the average age of the collector of this stuff is probably 60 or 65 years old.
Yeah.
Oh, they're putting out an USS Enterprise from the Wrath of Khan,
Are they?
and the Thunderbird 2 and 4,
Yep.
and the Fab 1 as well. Are you going to buy the Fab 1?
Do you see all the cars that they've got, Paulo? Aren't they
Yeah.
cool?
Yeah.
neat.
Okay.
The one I've got to replace is my childhood Joe 90. I never really watched the show. I never had a way to even know what it was. I just had this cool vehicle. And
Yeah, I would love for them to redo all that Jerry Anderson Thunderbird stuff, the Joe 90 supercar, and Space 1999. There's a lot of properties that they made that turn out really good and probably do well.
yeah.
And the new releases they got here, this Rover P6 looks amazing.
Oh, they're with you. You guys are together. Yes.
What is it?
The Rover P6. It was a luxury sedan made by Rover. Shortly after they were merged with BMC to become BMH, and Rover had bought the rights to the aluminum Buick V8, which was introduced in 1962. So because they needed a high power engine for the Land Rover and for their luxury cars. And GM was not interested in the engine because it was too expensive for them to build. So they sold the rights of the engine, and the first Range Rover, the Rover P6, and then the Vitesse all use that engine, and that engine is very adaptable. So they could do a lot of things with it. It was designed it was designed as a 3.5 liter, but you could stretch it up to 5 liter, turn it into a racing engine. You could do 500 horsepower with it easily. There's a version of that engine which is the Leyland P76. It was turned into a racing engine in Australia and put into the back of a McLaren car, and it won the Australian Drivers' Championship in '79 or '80. I can't remember exactly. And GM just kept the iron block version, which was the Oldsmobile F85 engine. Is that Michael Jackson or Gollum?
It does look like a combination.
It's like someone on TikTok complaining about the president.
Looks
Imagine
better
that.
with the light on him, huh?
Wow. I don't really remember that from Thriller. I gotta watch
Yeah,
that
nobody
again.
does. He's a background guy. You barely see him.
Okay. Was that kind of like the last thing John Landis did before Twilight Zone? Seems like. Or was I I think
No.
Twilight Zone was after Thriller.
What was that actress? Was that Ren Woods? Who was the actress in that? That wasn't Ren Woods. The
I don't
beautiful
know.
young cheerleader type that was in Thriller.
Yeah. I don't know her name.
I don't either.
I don't know much about anything.
Yeah, Corgi has a truck painted as part of the Iron Maiden World Slayer tour. World Slayer tour.
Really?
Yeah.
This is really good foam that he used, high quality.
Oh, that he used to fill the Curse of the Demon.
Yeah.
Huh. So which one of us is going to get stuff shipped to us in a toilet box?
Depends on how much you guys order.
So that's an incentive to order a lot of things. Vincent Price was kind of salty about Thriller. He just got paid a basic rate and never recouped any royalties. Huh. Well, he's the best thing about that song. I mean, honestly, in my opinion. But I prefer the Jackson 5 era. Oh, look at that. Oh, yeah, he looks good in that lighting there.
Oh,
It's
cool.
my magnifying glass light. It's my ring light. See?
Yeah, don't shine that in your eyes. It's not good for your eyes. Hey, there's a little warning label on that magnifying glass.
I have one just like that. That's how I do my Sudokus. I do my Sudokus with one of those.
What's a
Mine doesn't have a
Sudoku?
warning.
Like, what is that, math stuff?
It's a joke about those puzzle books that old ladies do. Like old
Oh, yeah.
women use that. It's like a puzzle book. It's like the
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
customization
yeah.
thing.
I
That's what it
remember
is.
those.
Yeah.
So, what all came in the dynamite? I mean, not dynamite. What the hell? The order that you just got?
Diamond
Uh,
comics?
was it DC? You said you got like 10 titles from DC. What were they?
Yeah. And Diamond came in yesterday.
Okay, but not what you said. It didn't have the Heat Seeker in it. Could you show us some of the new books you got?
There's nothing really left. Only Red
DC.
Coat, Ice Cream Man. Uh,
Okay.
Ice Cream Man's interesting because it's a book, 36-page book, and each page is a story.
Yeah, I
So they're
saw that. I
super.
was going to ask you about that. That looked interesting too. The one-page stories, right?
I'll send it to you for free because I got, those resealable bags.
Uh huh.
I found out why I don't like them.
Did you accidentally do a tape pull on on a book with it?
I laid the book down, so I wasn't finished reading it. I laid it down on the bag and board, and it had the little sticky tape facing forward. So, and you stuck right to it.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Why do they still make those?
Well, they're good for people that are never going to open it and read it again.
Retard. I'm sorry, mentally imbalanced people.
You guys know what I'm talking about?
Not
Yeah.
at first.
Oh, there's these. I'll show you. There's bags and boards that have a little sticky strip on them.
Oh, the 100 baggies for like cards?
Yeah, I guess they do use these for cards.
Yeah, they use smaller ones.
So you take this strip off.
Yeah.
And then it's sticky right here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But if I was reading the book and then I set it down on top of it, it stuck to it.
Not as shit.
Yeah.
I've done it before. I've done it myself. It sucks.
I mean, it's cool for tape. You don't get tape pulls because you put the sticky parts right here.
But then
But
what
if you-
happens? I forget, and then
That's what I did. I forgot it was this, and it had that sticky spot right here, and I set the book down right on top. I went to pick it up, and it was stuck to the board, so I carefully tried to pull it away, and it just ripped a hole straight right across. So when I'm done reading that book, I'll send it to you, and you can read it.
Yeah, sure. Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
So, did Redcoat have different covers?
3, I see. I need to read that tonight.
Well, what is there one better?
I can tell you which one I like more. I think Johnny Appleseed is in this one. So they all have Johnny Appleseed on the cover. Oh, look, is he getting drunk on? They're getting drunk on cider.
Oh,
This one he's getting tarred. He's getting tarred and feathered on this one.
huh.
This is a Fred Flintstone fruit snack dispenser.
1-to-1 bust of Fred Flintstone's head.
Question?
Any of the other Absolute comics? Or do you just
Right
have...
now, all I have is the Batman #1.
Oh, okay.
I haven't selling out.
Okay. Do you still have Magic cards, or do you
I
not?
don't.
Okay.
No.
What'd you
Thanks
get
so
rid of
much.
those?
Magic. When everybody stopped playing, when everybody started doing online only, it got too expensive.
Appreciate it.
Mhm.
Have a good one.
Yeah, you too. This is an interesting cover. You don't really see these kind of covers.
What is it? Dust to Dust?
See what's going on?
Is he being hung? I can't tell.
I need to read this tonight too.
That's nice.
Nice
Well, I
cover, but
wasn't looking. What was it?
it's American Mythology Productions.
Oh,
Turn of the Living Dead, but they got Mark Spears to do a cover on it.
okay.
He's the Mark Spears Monsters guy.
Is it an adaptation of the movie? What is it?
I can guarantee it's horrible. It's colorful, but look at how bad it is. It's not the worst. It's not the worst, but car, man. Yeah, it's not the worst. It's not that bad, I guess. Cleanse it with fire. Quit clowning around. This is better looking. Whoever did this character design. This is cool looking.
Yeah, it's a nice image.
Oh, I got a Three Stooges. This is the company that puts out those Three Stooges comics.
Yeah, this company sometimes reprints like old Dell 4-color and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Laurel and Hardy reprint that
Yeah.
you got. That one.
And don't they reprint old Zorros and stuff? Yeah,
Yeah,
Dell stuff.
you do. Yeah.
This is a book they do. My Bloody Valentine.
Okay, that was a pretty good movie.
And they do Silent Night, Deadly Night, and this is a crossover between the two.
Also a good movie. That could be good.
And I'll show you the Three Stooges I got. It's right here. Look at it. The Little Stooges.
Oh, that
Oh
looks
yeah.
good. That's cool looking. From the 70s.
The mod teenage Three Stooges.
Do you want to see what the inside looks like?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
If that's for sale, I might take one of those. If you got that for sale.
Yeah, you can buy this. It's $5.
How many do you have?
Just one.
Oh, okay.
It's newsprint.
Yeah, I'll take that. That looks cool to me. It looks enjoyable.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm missing out on a bunch of comments here. My wife says, "Hey, Imsh, glad you are back. You left me wondering what you were going to say about going to the museum." He says, "Apologies for bailing so soon before. Wife popped in unexpectedly." He says, Greta was going to say that I stood before Rembrandt's The Night Watch and wept uncontrollably. She looked it up on this tiny phone. Really need to see it in a better way." He says, "The painting is huge." Oh, here I found where David Wilcock's showing this car on this broadcast. Let me show you this real quick. Hold on.
Until now, they did not realize that these attacks were fake. So this is just one of many, many, many hundreds of examples of what he was doing. This was a picture of Chris and me in front of our factory now, and everything is cleaned up very nicely. All the depositions got canceled. So I can't tell you how great that feels, because nobody likes being in the middle of a lawsuit, and the whole entire board was on. This is Chris. I didn't get to go on this trip. We didn't really have the money or the time. But this is at the headquarters of the auto manufacturer. They are the 8th largest car manufacturer in the world. And I'm not supposed to say yet that that's the car behind us that we're going to be selling. That's going to be in my garage, but it just might be, Let's just say that might be the vehicle. That's all I'm allowed to say yet. Okay. But anyway, you can see it's very sexy, sleek, red. It's got a really great nose on it. Looks like a Ferrari. It's got the gull wing. It's got very cool mag wheels. And when you go inside, you've never seen anything like it. It's a space age interface, full color touchscreen. It's incredible. So after we do this settlement, we are likely to get an apology letter from the people who sued us.
Do you think that's
Because they
bullshit?
genuinely thought that the trolling was real. They said, well, if all this
Yeah.
stuff is online about the company.
What do you think? That's a little
must be
model?
true. No, it's actually just one guy who's very, very dedicated.
I can see the screen here.
It seems very
Huh?
somebody.
I can see this.
I've got a team of 8 people.
That,
And within
that,
60 seconds, no matter when I post, I'm being attacked. And all these things I do-
no, that guy's crazy. I don't care. Because there's been a bunch of American car companies that were launched in the last 20 years, and nobody's heard of them. Have you heard of Rivian?
No.
Yes. Yeah, I have.
You have?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can
It's a really nice truck. It's an electric truck. My neighbor used to own one in San Francisco.
yeah,
And
and they're about to they're about to close shop.
Yeah.
And that the last until the end of 25 or 26. Canoe have just announced bankruptcy. The second Fisker company who went under last year. I think Carmore is still going. Lucid have been on life support for 2 or 3 years now, but they haven't built a new car in over a year. So yeah, you can try to launch a new car company, but it just doesn't work. Even the more traditional ones, Panos wasn't really building anything by the time the owner died, and he was a billionaire, so he was building just sports cars, so he didn't really have to do much of an investment. But as soon as he died, because he was the car nut, nobody was interested in keeping the brand alive. Steve Saleen still builds souped up Mustangs, but he hasn't really done anything really new in a while. The Saleen one was never really as popular as the S7, but the Saleen one is supposed to be a more of a volume seller. They were probably trying to build 500 of those a year, and because the S7 was a supercar, they just had to build 2 or 3 cars a year, and they were profitable with that. And that's it. Even GM even invested in a startup company, BrightDrop, and they are merging the 2 electric vans into the Chevrolet trucks lineup. So just so it has a recognizable brand.
Man.
They did bring back Hummer, but they're selling it as a GMC.
You ever watch the Meekum car auctions on YouTube, Paulo?
No, but I every once in a while I go to their website and I check what they've got for sale. Usually I try to see what they have in old racing cars.
Right, that would make sense.
Kevin sent me a link, I think, to that with I guess
Yeah.
they're selling the Batgirl motorcycle from the TV show.
Yeah, he sent me a link. We watched some of it. They were in Scottsdale this past week. I've been watching them for years. It's a lot of fun, and it's kind of like what is it like? It's like going to a strip club. You know what I mean? You're fantasizing. You're looking at these. You're looking at cars and going, well, if I had 27K right now to drop on this 1956 Crown Victoria, I would do it. But I don't have $27,000. It's kind of like that. It's like you can watch, you can look, and you can't touch.
They're gonna have a show in Las Vegas this weekend. First bike that pops up, a 1915 Cyclone V twin.
Yeah, that'll be, if you can always tell how good that show's going to be by the location. So if it's in Vegas or if it's in Monterey or Carmel or La Jolla or San Diego, depending on the locations, if it's a place where you know that there's high rollers, then the cars will be ridiculous. It'll be crazy stuff.
Yeah. This is an odd Indian chief. It's blue. Who wanted a blue Indian chief?
And also Scottsdale, where there's a lot of money where Kevin is in that, whatever the basin in Arizona, tons. It's just like golf course, gated community. So that was an incredible show. We watched, Kevin and I saw crazy cars going for 20 grand, like beautiful cars. Yeah.
I'll be right back.
There's a lot of after costs, though. Feasibly, you have to live in the state where the sale takes place. If not, you're going to be paying a huge amount of taxes to transfer
You can pay me, I'll drive it to you.
There you go. But and then that's the other thing is then you got to think about how you're going to transport this car back to where you live. A lot of times you want to do that on a flatbed. You don't want to drive this thing on the freeway for 6 hours or 8 hours or 10 hours sometimes. So then there's that cost too.
Yeah, they're gonna be in Glendale in March. So let's see the lots
That would
here.
be a good one too.
Oh, I like this the 61 Galaxy. Oh, that one I don't like. They lower the Chevy 65 Chevy pickup, but that thing can't drive it. The floor's lower than the wheels.
Yeah, you couldn't go up on it. You couldn't drive into a driveway.
Yeah. Okay. Ooh, 62 Sunbeam Alpine. Nice. 58 Impala looks good. Ooh, I wonder how much this one's gonna cost. 62 Mercedes 190 SL.
Wow.
Chevelle wagon looks all tricked out. 69 Mustang Mach 1. Ooh, 43 Dodge Power Wagon pickup with very large tires.
You know, I heard a rumor not too long ago, just a rumor, and that Jay Leno has a gambling problem, like a really bad gambling problem, and that those cars are going to end up on the market soon. Yeah. Insider knowledge is that Jay owes the wrong people a lot of money, and he's going to have to liquidate.
That's a real shame. I mean, Ooh, 56 Nomad. Oh, this 54 Corvette looks great. Man. Oh, they got a replica of the Serv 1. That was the Serv 1 was a prototype for a racing car that GM developed. The GM engineers developed in their free time. But then they ended up not doing anything with the car. But this is a replica. It's not the original one. Still would be nice to have, I suppose.
Are there like American car enthusiasts in Portugal? Are there car shows? Do you see American cars ever? Like, did you see a Corvette driving around or something, or a Mustang or Camaro?
Mustangs are easier. There are a few enthusiasts, but not much. Most American car enthusiasts are in the UK and in Scandinavia. They have more in Scandinavia than in Germany, and they have 30 times the population of Sweden in Germany.
This guy's great. What is this mask from, Kevin? What is that?
And he's supposed to be a bat, right?
Wow. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I guess he is.
Like a Barkolak.
It's a Caesar mask.
Oh, wow. That tag is great.
It's vinyl and it still has the plastic insert in here.
Nice. That's a really neat piece. Talk about vintage. That's really cool. That looks great.
Yeah, the kid that did a trade with me today, he really wanted this as part of the trade, and I couldn't let it go. He was even willing to throw in like $120, and I couldn't let it go because I don't know if I'll ever find another one.
I was just gonna say, you don't know if you're ever going to be able to see one, so you don't want to part with something like that.
Hundreds of hours of media. I thank your family for coming.
So I'm gonna hang it up back here, I think.
Public trust. The FBI is low.
Oh, look at this.
of the American people think the FBI is doing a good job. This was the lowest rating.
Man, if you could get a hearse and then make it almost like a Batmobile hearse and make it a Gotham City Comics like work vehicle, and
Yeah.
then you could decorate it with some of these guys on the inside looking out the back of the hearse with some lights. It would look dope. Some almost not some bisexual lighting, maybe some purple or some lavender lights back in there, pink maybe.
This
Now
guy
that,
gave. I put a mask on this guy. Look at. Let me take it off.
oh
Nice.
yeah,
Yeah.
I like that better. How was the Mexican restaurant across the street?
It was good, but the sale only lasted that night. That was it.
So now it's unaffordable.
Now it's yeah.
Full price.
Uh,
To make this happen. Mr. Patel's career has been a study in fighting unpopular but righteous causes.
Well, it's convenient now. It's across the street. Maybe you'll find some things on the menu that become regular go-tos. Like maybe they got a good breakfast burrito, or horchata, or something good.
Defending the constitutional rights of some of the least popular people in this country.
Oops, pardon me.
For serving as a public defender,
Heads are rolling in here.
the Department of Justice under President Obama
That's
as a
cool. Creepy and
counterterrorism
cool at the same
prosecutor
time.
in the National Security Division. In this
I was thinking I could make like a mask stand out of this.
many important cases, including the World Cup bombing
Right?
in Uganda in 2010.
I guess.
He received an award of excellence.
Well, yeah, I mean, you could put that
In
a mask over
2017,
that.
You put a
that on.
mask over it, then you have eyes too.
Right. Yeah.
Asked Mr. Patel to join the House.
I just put on the Cash Patel confirmation hearing to record it so I can watch it later.
It was good. I watched most of it live today. It was great. Crazy.
It was during this period of time that, if you remember, our first mention.
Did you watch any of RFK or Tulsi Gabbard? Or
Yeah, I watched a little bit of both of those, but I watched mostly Cash Patel live on
was
DAQ
Tulsi
today.
Gabbard at the same time as Cash Patel, or did they finish with him and then do Tulsi Gabbard?
I think they're at the same time, different locations. They're at the
Okay,
same time.
different members of the Senate, huh?
Yeah.
This is a
But
great fit.
yeah, that looks really good.
You got brown eyes now on there too.
Yeah, that reminds me of that bicycle safety film, One Got Fat.
Yeah, it does look a lot like it.
That's perfect.
Those of you watching, type in One Got Fat into YouTube and you'll
Oh
see.
no.
I expect many of these underhanded attacks will be repeated today. Mr. Patel has been accused of, and
My goodness.
having quote unquote on the enemy's list.
So tomorrow, Marvel for next week shows up. What else is coming up? And you say there's a new shutter coming in the next diamond shipment. Is that what you say?
If there's a diamond shipment,
Yeah.
everybody's pulling out of diamond, so they're never going to be able to make enough money to get out of their bankruptcy.
So are there a whole bunch of books in the diamond warehouse that may never get distributed?
No, anything that's in the warehouse is going to get distributed, but these companies aren't sending them new stuff.
Okay. Then how are they distributing? They're going to other distributors?
They're either going to wait, see if anybody buys them, or maybe a new company will start, or maybe they can use one of the existing ones.
Yeah.
Numerous national security officials have said publicly and on the record.
Is that good?
Yeah, it looks really good.
Yeah, that's a good mask.
And has done so through hard work and personal cost to him.
Is anyone currently producing a really good representations of the real Planet of the Apes movies, not the new ones?
A mask?
Yeah, a mask that looks like the real Planet of the Apes from the 60s and 70s.
Collier? Did you look at Collier's ape stuff?
No, I don't know where to go to look for it. What, Instagram?
Yeah. He had
Collier
some
made
neat
an
stuff.
excellent gorilla that looks like a gorilla from Planet of the Apes. It looks really good.
Joe Riley made, I don't know how many he made, but back in the 90s, he made some that looked exactly like the John Chambers makeup. Wonder if any of those survive today.
He's done this while fighting for transparency and accountability in the government.
What happened to RFK Jr.'s voice? I used to know and I forgot.
You need at this time when the FBI is not being respected.
What happened to his voice?
Yeah,
Nothing, John.
what exactly happened to him that caused his voice to get that raspy?
It's some sort of paralysis with his vocal cords that
Okay.
he took a long time to recover from, and in the beginning he couldn't talk at all. Like it was like he was never going to be able to talk again. And then now it's gotten to the point now where he's down.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
I just wonder what causes that.
I'm not sure. Maybe vaccines or red dye number 3. Or maybe a mind worm. I think he had a brain worm.
Yeah.
I don't know for sure.
But of course, the FBI, this FBI,
Aristocrat problems.
to do what he did.
I sure like Bobby, and I like that his ex-running mate. I like she's been saying a lot of good things. I like
Yeah.
it. She's easy in the eyes.
Yeah, Caroline Kennedy was saying he's a predator, and she said that he took mice and some other kind of little animal and put them in a blender alive and ground them up for his hawks. So he should not be confirmed because he. What about what Fauci did to beagles? But that's so insane.
I want to make a comic book of what you just said. I would love to do like a panel by panel reenaction of the young Bobby grinding up some mice for his hawks, and then Caroline looking down the staircase, like sneaking down and looking in on him or
And
something.
they say, well, he was a heroin addict when he was a teenager or whatever. Well, his uncle and his father were shot to death, and it was the early 70s when everyone was doing drugs. Isn't that a pretty good chance that had something to do with it? He was probably pretty messed up as a young kid, with his, that would kind of do it, wouldn't it? But so.
Response from the FBI. I asked Ray about this at a December 5, 23 hearing before his committee. He publicly pledged to give me the data I requested November, a year before.
Well,
He and his deputy director. I also questioned Director Ray about improperly classified information relating to Afghan evacuees placed in our country. At that time, approximately 50 evacuees were all potential national security concern. So what's the number now?
so you're doing your show tomorrow with was it Jared Osborne?
Yeah.
Paulo?
Yeah.
Saying that the FBI
Chris Giarrusso made these edits and 78% good, so hopefully he'll show up. He's been on tour for the last couple of weeks, and he just did all those covers for Marvel, because he's doing mini Marvels versions of a bunch of classic Marvel covers.
Okay. And that's what, at 7 o'clock Central United States time?
Yes. 7 o'clock Central. Yeah, so the 6 Eastern. Yeah.
And what time is it for you?
11 p.m.
And that's on. How do people find that channel?
You have to go for Jared Osborne, or look for the name of the show, which is Cavern of Chaos.
Cavern or Caverns?
Cavern.
Cavern of Chaos.
Yeah.
Okay.
It
What do
was
we
Howler
got here?
Mouse. It was Howler Mouse who came up with the name because the show started in his channel.
Okay.
I just slabbed up these slabs so I can put them in here.
I mean, you just put bags on the slabs?
Yeah, so that they don't get scratched.
Okay.
Because people want their slabs in condition too, good condition.
Yeah. Did you see Sticky Goose just quit?
Yeah, I don't think it's real.
I was thinking it was a hoax too, but but I don't know.
I mean, it's the only way people will click on the video, right?
Yeah, I guess. He says he made $17,000 on YouTube. He
That's
says
good
I make
money.
more than that a month. Guess.
I was gonna say that's good money.
Yeah, well, he's a dentist. He's saying I would rather not have that money than to go through all this.
Is that what he said?
Pretty much. But he says I've become more natural as I've looked back at my old videos, and he does this hand motion. Hi, I am Sticky Goose, and welcome to my channel. It's like a fucking robot. Anyway, I prefer him to most of the people that give him trouble. I mean, I don't like the way he collects comics, but I like that I don't know. I don't, I have no idea. He's more entertaining than some. This water is horrible. It tastes like it's been perfumed. Maybe the cat will like it. Oh my gosh. Um, Damn. He turned off the lights and now everything's falling over.
No, the mummy has to go back.
Oh, you just pulled it out as a prop for the phone call, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Have you ever here? Let me show you the backside of mummy. Look at.
oh, okay. Well, that's the view King Tut had for thousands of years, huh?
I'm gonna have an outdoor event on Saturday.
I meant to ask you because I saw on Instagram you're like doing like a whole month or every Saturday. Or what is going on every first Saturday? What is it? Tell me.
Yeah, like
Oh,
kind of like how I do Free Comic Book Day, but it's gonna be every first Saturday of the month until Free Comic Book Day.
okay, so that's coming up this Saturday, right?
Yeah, this Saturday is the first, so that's first Saturday. Yep.
So what's gonna happen Saturday?
There's gonna be some artists out there and some vendors.
Who do you obviously know who they're gonna be because it's like 2 days from now.
Well, I still have room, so
But I mean, yeah, but I mean, are they gonna be garbage kit pail type guys or what?
no garbage, no kids.
Uh, so are you gonna have a band play?
No band.
You got to get that mariachi band from across the street to come over and say, just change all the songs to have comic books in the lyrics. Uh, Man, well, that's cool. So,
I gotta make
so
room for him now.
are you gonna give stuff away free? Is it or what? What's the?
Um, no, I don't have any. Wait, I could probably give away stuff. No, I don't want to do that yet.
But it's mainly gonna be like a flea market for comic for
Yeah, like a little mini Comic
artists.
Con.
Yeah, yeah, okay, that's cool. Would you let dealers come with comics for sale, or that would be kind of bad for business?
I might be in like if it's one of my customers or something.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if they have to sell stuff that you don't have in the store because otherwise,
No, I could
well,
use if one of my customers had comics that he wanted to sell, I would let him set up out there.
okay.
Okay. Meanwhile, I'm gonna go because it's 2 in the morning here, so I'm
Oh
gonna
shit. Yeah,
get to bed.
Paul. Well, we'll see you soon. I'm heading out here in a second. I think all of
All
us
right.
are. He's
Okay.
heading out the door himself. Take care. See you
See you guys
later.
later.
Bye. Well, that sounds like a good idea. Yeah, I saw that and I thought, man, I didn't know about that. Yeah, that'll be fun for the. Would it be anything interesting enough to be streamed to, or is it more for some people that are there in person?
Yeah, I don't think it would be that exciting.
Yeah, I'm as turns out my wife's off Saturday, so I'm gonna be hanging out with her most of the day. But I mean, I could do a short stream. Of
Yeah, I
course, I
might.
always say that.
Maybe I'll put the mummies out here.
uh, well, sounds good. Man, that stack of comics though, there's probably a good at least 10 of them that I'm interested in. Meyer, are there some that you had your eye on in that pile?
Yes, there were. There were.
Which ones were you interested in? Can you think of any?
I can't think of any right now, but there were some in there, and I'll take ones that if there's any stuff in there that you're not interested in that I'm interested in, I'll take a look
Well,
at.
there was a Lois Lane where she's in outer space I was liking, and some of those Superboys, and I don't really remember what else. Um, I don't think I have that 20-cent Spider-Man, but with Kill, I think it was with Craven.
Yeah, I have that. I think it was 104. I already have a copy of that.
Well,
Might have been 103. I think it's 104.
Oh, remember on Saturday, on the first also, I'll have that Spider-Man collection if that guy doesn't come to pay
Oh,
for him.
cool.
oh, I
I
feel
haven't
really
seen that.
bad.
Well, I haven't seen that kid. He hasn't even checked in with me or anything.
I feel really bad about it, though. I feel like a vulture. Ugh.
No, because I loaned him the money and he didn't come back. So
Well, yeah, I know, but you know how it is, man. You know, it's like Joe Biden caused this. What?
if he comes in and asks for a bit of longer time, I'll give it to him.
I don't remember what was in the collection. Oh, do you recall? It was a Ditko and Ramita '60s era stuff.
It's all Silver Age Spidey except for um, that one where he's ripping Hobgoblin's costume in half.
Oh, I don't want that. Does it have the one the first John Romita issue where Peter Parker is hanging from the Green Goblin's glider with half his costume ripped off?
I think
Whatever
that
it's,
one.
you think that
There's
was
early
in it?
ones. There's really early ones in there.
Oh man. Yeah, I would love to get some of those. I just it's like I was saying earlier. I love bacon and hamburgers. I don't like thinking about those poor animals, man. Uh, you know, I thinking about. I wish I didn't know the story about the guy, man. But
No, I think his whole. I think he was trying to. I don't think he ever intended on coming back. To be honest.
was he a younger guy that really doesn't have an emotional attachment to that era?
Yeah, he started collecting like 4 months ago.
Oh, then he's like a sticky goose. He's
Yeah.
someone that Sticky Goose is saying, I don't know why people like these silver. Of course, he had all of the Silver Age Spider-Man and Fantastic Four. They really seem like they're being written for little kids. It's like no shit, dumbass.
You guys,
Oh, he said
Okay,
Tulsi
that
Gabbard
this
looks
kid
like a
actually liked
superhero.
when he read them. The Spider-Man ones, he liked them.
yeah, but he doesn't have 60 years of attachment. I mean, well, it's not quite 60.
No,
Let's
he
say
probably
50.
has. He probably is more attached to the cartoons that he watched when he was a kid.
Yeah, Meyer and I have got a 50-year attachment to love for this stuff. I don't know, not the, I don't want to sound like that sounds very elitist, it's like, I saw the Ramones in 1976, so I'm a real punk rocker. And I saw the Misfits in 1978 when I was in high school in eighth grade. So, so you're not real. But yeah, these new people, they're in it more for venom and carnage, dude. Uh, but see, to me, it's more about the time period, and that's and I dug out of I had them hidden in a cabinet. I actually bought a bookcase for $20 yesterday, a cheap one, and I dug out my omnibus because you don't call them omnibi or omnibuses. I've got a handful of them, and they're super expensive. And I've got one that reprints the first, I don't know, 49 issues of Spider-Man, and uh, I'll show
You
you.
know, I'm looking at still pictures of Tulsi from the confirmation hearing from earlier, and
Yeah,
so she she looks like a real life final girl. And what I mean by that is like Sigourney Weaver at the end of Aliens, or like True Grit, or any movies that they've ever made with that is supposed to be like a woman's empowerment type situation where it's always difficult to believe. You're like, you don't want to believe that Sharon Stone could actually do this stuff, and it's hard to believe it. Well, Tulsi is that person. This lady, she is like a real life super heroine. It's kind of a trip. She's a badass.
they all are. All of these people that Trump's put up are like real Justice League or Doc
Yeah.
Savage's men. And then they had Pat Savage. There's
Yeah, I
a
mean,
girl.
Tulsi's battle tested. She's got like 20 years of active duty service.
Isn't
She's
she?
served
She's like a
pipeline. She grew
lieutenant
up in
colonel, or
Hawaii.
is
Yeah.
she a lieutenant colonel?
Yes, I think she's a lieutenant colonel.
Shit.
And she's like a big wave surfer too. I mean, it's like you have to be a physical stud to be able to do that sort of thing.
They're
That's
saying was a member of an evil Hindu sect. Did you hear that shit? So it's
It's
just
been a total clown show, dude. You should have seen when you watched the replay from today's shift was Cash Patel's great. Cash Patel was really
yeah.
funny a couple times today. Uh, that guy, Senator Kennedy, was absolutely hilarious today.
Okay. Yeah, I can't wait to watch all of it. In fact, that's
He
what
was
I'll be doing
great.
here in a
He
minute.
used the F word. He was hilarious.
Um, well, apparently Cash Patel, they're saying he used a racial slur. And apparently what he was doing is he was describing what he'd been called, and he used a term for people from the Middle East, SN, and they said he used the
Yes,
N word. He
I've
was
heard
just
that.
describing what other horrible people had called him, and
Yeah,
so
it's crazy. Man.
it's this is what I've got. This is because all those people like Sticky Goose and what's the guy with the gold chains, Statue Bob. What is his name? I call him Statue Bob. Man, I can't remember. He hangs out with Comic Book Tom. What is he used to? What was his name? The guy that has all the omnibus, and all the statues. What's his name? He always was a statue guy with gold chains. What's his name?
Mint
Statue
chocolate
Bob.
chip.
Jim Mint Collectibles.
Mint
They
chocolate
all
chip.
have they all have walls of these, right? And then they have the lights, the LED lights, and then they have their statues that each cost probably $1,000. So I got some I've got that cost like I could probably got this for $10. Women of Marvel, and I got the complete John Carter, even though I have all the comics.
I
But
did
this
10
amazing,
too. It was like $28 when I bought it. That John Carter one. That's I have it too. All
but
the ones I have, same deal. They were all on clearance.
this book is probably, what would you say, about 30 pounds?
They're really
I need to,
difficult to read. I have like 5 or 6 of them, and just like you, they're hard to
it's
read.
got all the Spider-Mans up to
Unwieldy.
the one from June of 1966 where it's got pow, bam, slam at the bottom. That one there. I'm going to actually buy that from Captain Strangelove tomorrow. Uh, it's the last Steve Ditko issue, but it's the one that's most obviously Batman, the TV, the TV show influence, because it has the panels at the bottom with the pop art, pow, bam. Um, but so I wish I had. Oh, I don't know. They they have the letter pages in these, and they might have the bullpen pages. I know they have the letter pages, but they don't have the ads, and that's the. But I have the first two Fantastic Fours and one Hulk one. But what's much easier to read are these Marvel Masterworks because they're not as thick. I don't know. And of course, these are easy to read. They're not color, but I don't know. So it's so, and then I've got the book that Meyer sent me here. I'm going to read that next. And got a Fireball XL5 annual. Bunch
Oh,
of
that's nice.
how do you pronounce? I always in my mind have said Gahan Wilson, but I know that's wrong. How are you pronouncing it, Meyer?
Gahan. Gahan.
Gahan? You think
Yeah,
that's? I don't know how. I've never heard it pronounced in my life. It was always just pronounced in my head.
me too. I always
And
pronounced it Gahan Wilson in my head, and it might have been that I sometimes certain names I would have asked my older sister about. And when I first saw Gahan Wilson, it was in National Lampoon magazine, and
yeah,
I
yeah.
might have asked her what this name was. How do I say this name? And she might have told me.
See, it was also in Playboy. I've got these were given to me by a friend that he got rid of tons of books and gave them to me back in Texas because he said is that the same book? I have it twice.
It's so good. So there's the thing about him that I
Yeah.
remember most was so he did this feature in an early issue of National Lampoon talking, and it was about, and then he later ended up doing a like monthly strip on the same character called Nuts. But this was like a
Yeah.
child version of himself, and the article was things that you believed in when you were a kid that you no longer believe in as an adult. And one of the things in this story was the toilet monster. And
Yeah.
I had already believed in the toilet monster before I saw that illustration because my older brother teased me about that when I was about probably 3 or 4 years old, first learning to use the toilet. He told me, I asked him something like, where does it go when I flush the toilet? And he said something like, there's a monster in there that when every time you flush the toilet, it wakes it up. So you need to run out of the bath. So I used to run out of the bathroom every time I flushed the toilet until a couple of years later, when I was about 5 or 6 or so, when I saw that Gahan Wilson cartoon in there of the toilet monster, and I was like, oh, it's make believe, because that's the article was about things that were make believe, right? So I was like, oh, it's not real. There's not really a toilet monster.
I'd forgotten about that National Lampoon strip, and that was really great. That was as good as Life in Hell.
Yes.
Yeah,
It was
it's
this little
amazing.
boy
That was
that was
never.
totally bundled up in the winter. It was about him growing up with like overprotective parents, living in the city. There were a lot
Yeah,
of relatable things to it. He was like an only child. They were religious. There was a bunch of stuff in that strip. I think it was
yeah,
called
it
Nut.
almost had a little bit of now that I think about it, a little bit of South Park in it too.
It did. A little bit of South Park, a little bit of Christmas Story.
Yeah, it was really good, and it wasn't like a really. It wasn't a dirty strip. It was. Yeah, it was like a little bit of innocence in the middle of National Lampoon, as I recall. It's kind of like
Yeah, that's what it was.
a
You're right.
Christmas story wrapped in all of Bob Clark's
And
whole
then it would be right next to
filmography.
it would be right next on the page. It would be next to Trots and Bonnie, which was pretty funny. And then the Appletons, I think, was another one of those strips. Maybe the
Yeah,
Appletons came later, but Trots and Bonnie, I remember thinking that was just outrageous and attractive to my little 8-year-old eyes or something. I was like, what is going on with this cartoon strip?
yeah,
Like a
yeah,
pornographic little Orphan Annie kind of is what it was, I guess.
yeah. Now that you mention it, that's what it was. Yeah. Oh boy. Well, I guess I got to head out, and I one more day, and then in the weekend, and I might pop on for an hour, couple hours on early Saturday afternoon to see. But nice to see what Kevin's gotten in, and Kevin, I'll call you tomorrow, and
Okay.
probably about the time I get off work and all that. And you guys feel free to call me or text me anytime. And I'll those of you out in television land, thank you for tuning in tonight and this impromptu stream. We thought maybe the guy that made those masks might pop on, but he might.
I sent him a message saying that at the 55-minute mark we unboxed him.
Oh, okay. So we'll watch that, and
You can watch it later, maybe, and if he wants to
hopefully
jump on
he'll.
some other time.
Yeah, hopefully he'll enjoy the show, and we can talk about monsters and stuff. That'll be fun. Anytime he wants to come on. But anyway, I'll talk to you all later. Have a wonderful evening.
Later.
Later,
God
guys.
bless you, everyone. Take care. All right.